Thank you, Madam Speaker, and to the member for Brandon-Souris. Thanks for your contribution to this discussion on C-69. I've practiced in the past. I practiced environmental law for a while. I worked in the environmental field for a long time, and I'm quite familiar with laws in other countries. So I know it's unlikely that the honourable member will take my word for it, Madam Speaker, but Canada does not have the best environmental assessment process, the toughest regulations, the best endangered species law at all. That was the case even before C-38 in spring of 2012. After the changes to environmental assessment by the Harper government in C-38, we had one of the worst, weakest, and most inconsistent and incoherent environmental assessment processes in the industrialized world. And sadly, tragically, Bill C-69 doesn't restore the consistent, predictable process that we had that ensured that anything within federal jurisdiction would be reviewed. So I'll say to the honourable member, just so he knows what countries to which I refer, anything in the European Union is stronger, the United States is much stronger, New Zealand is much stronger in their anticipatory environmental assessment, which is why it's such a tragedy that Canada, that knows how to do this better, is failing to do so now.
The honourable member for Brandon-Souris.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. I think there was a question there from my colleague, and I appreciate her experience in the law and of environmental science as well. But, Madam Speaker, I didn't get a chance, but I did have it in my notes, that one of the main concerns that I have with the government's bill coming forward the way it has, and is the fact that they've said that the I think one of the quotes that I put was from tonight was that people have lost confidence in some of the principles that were there before. Well, if they have, Mr. Speaker, and to my colleague's point, why in the world then did the government just, all they've done is set the targets for their greenhouse gas emission reductions exactly the same as what the Harper government had, Madam Speaker, except they haven't been as successful at it. The Harper government was the only one to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in Canadian history of governing in this country, Madam Speaker. And so I think that there's, I take my colleague at her word for the work that she's done in some of the other countries. I noted that not very many of them, well, some of those European ones are certainly in the Arctic Circle that my colleague across the way and I have had the opportunity to meet as well. But I think that because of the amount of, I guess you could say, rhetoric that's in that bill, the 370 pages, it's very hard to discern what the government's intentions are. Thank you.